There's some elaborate banister work, probably not original. Certainly the size and the perfection and the just plain raw beauty of this park matches, if not exceeds, anything I think I've seen before anywhere. This is the Imperial Rose Garden, certainly not at its peak, just a few remnants of what might have been, but must look beautiful when it is at its peak. Okay, now I'm up on the north entrance, and it's a huge esplanade raised much higher than where I have been walking, and this looks like it's the entrance from the north, and I'll leave here now. This is panning along the front of the side building that I'll go into. This, I think, is looking up at the top of the underside of the main temple. Interesting graphic. I suspect that it may have something to do with old primitive sacrificial ceremonies of some sort. This may be a drawing of an earlier sacrificial monument. This looks like a copy of a silk painting of Emperor Kangxi in the Qing dynasty, and an imperial poet ode to the altar of praying for grain. This is a portrait of Emperor Yongle, who created the Temple of Heaven that we're in. This is hopefully an entry building, because I hope to exit that way. These all look like sub-altars within this temple. And you wonder if from the names whether these were in fact temples or was it literally a warehouse for something. I don't know. Just for the sake of the symmetry. They look the same. They look old. Whatever that is in the back looks stripped of what it might have had. The building looks lovely. But there seems to be an absence of much, as opposed to a working Buddhist temple in Thailand, which is jammed with everything you think of, including a grandfather clock, believe it or not, or two. Okay, the tour buses stop here and let people off because this is the pearl market, and it's on the third floor. They sell pearls. On the second floor they sell watches. First floor is electronics. Electronics is pretty cool. There's all kinds of stuff in there that you can buy. What I wanted to buy was some more DVD tapes. You better be an expert at the stuff you buy, because in here is tons and tons and tons of stuff. Mainly debris, including Donna's beads. Huge amounts of all that stuff. And next door is the Hong Chao Tian Huan market, which apparently sells shoes. I also, at the pearl market, saw an American woman who had just negotiated a deal with a pearl vendor to make some kind of jewelry, presumably for her shop back east. Like a French pastry shop, you come in, you have a pair of tweezers or tongs, one of those little trays, and start picking out what you want, and then you take it to the front desk, and then they let you pay for it. And this has all kinds of things, breads and interesting stuff. This looks like biscuit without being cut up. I have no idea. It all looks pretty darn good. And also you can get wedding cakes, and those must be bread sticks. Here are little cakes here. Pretty cool stuff. Maybe a little chocolate. Wow, that'll knock me on your butt. Me, anyway. It starts off looking about the size of a very large pork hop, but it absolutely collapses because of its incredibly beautiful fragility. And I don't know what the taste of the filling is, but it's not that sickly sweet garbage we get in the United States, where it's like cherry filling, where it's designed to knock a diabetic dead flat on it. This is Liulichang Street, I guess. I did not realize this was here when I came. I found one of the old sections of the Hutong. This has obviously been totally redone at some point in the past, although not recently, not quite as touristy as Shenmen Street, but clearly tourist street. But it does have some interesting antique shops on it, and probably shops of painting, calligraphy, and so forth. Push everything in the center when they're done, and then it'll all pop up ready for each player. See, there it comes. There. See there. All ready for the next game. Yeah. It has musical instruments, including some of the classic old instrument types. Probably what we've seen in the park in that little ensemble that was playing. And then that zither type, I don't know what it's really called. And there's the one that looks like the gourds. There's also the flutes. There also are the flutes. A couple more of those zither jobbies. And a set of the old-time drums.